I, 27F, have a lower libido than my boyfriend, 29M. Too long did not read. People that want to have sex every day, would a 3-4 day a week compromise make you happy and fulfilled? Why or why not? Hello y'all. I 27F have been dating my boyfriend 29M for 3 years. We live together and we have a really healthy and communicative relationship. Nothing is off the table for conversation, and we have hashed many uncomfortable things out. The thing is, my boyfriend wants to have sex once a day if not more. I'm along the once to twice a week spectrum. We've talked about this at length, and after reading enough dead bedroom posts on this subreddit, I knew some compromises needed to be made. To be clear, he has never coerced/forced me to have sex. He's expressed outside of the bedroom in a neutral zone that he wants more intimacy, and I have dedicated some time 3-4 times a week to make sure we can connect. My question for the folks out there that want to have sex every day: if your partner compromised on 3-4 times a week, sometimes less and sometimes more, would you feel satisfied and fulfilled? I've asked him before, and he said he's happy and satisfied, but I'm pretty insecure, and reading a lot of the posts on here have me worried that maybe a silent resentment is brewing. I don't want to levy my insecurity about this onto him, so I've kept quiet, but there is still that nagging voice. Also, I don't wish to see comments here about girl, have sex as many times as you want to. Fuck that man. This sounds like coercion, when this is just not the case. I love him, and I love having sex with him, and giving literally 10-20 minutes every other day to make him feel loved is pretty easy. People have different needs, but 3-4 times a week is very, very far from a dead bedroom. I can't imagine many people actually being truly dissatisfied with that number. You've gotten yourself worked up based on strangers' descriptions about their relationships. It is not indicative of your own relationship. Your boyfriend's words and reassurances are indicative of the satisfaction in your relationship. Trust him. You just said you have good communication and hashed everything out. Why ask us? You think we are better at communicating what's in his head? Are you just fixating to start drama when things are fine? What's he having sex daily before you? He won't die if it is only 3-4 times a week. And he has hands, right? You both need to want it to do it to enjoy it, so doing it just for him is bad and would make you resent and hate sex. Is that the desired outcome? If I wanted sex every day and my girlfriend compromised at 3-4 days a week, I'd consider that a win. The question is this sustainable for you long term? You guys could also consider exploring sex and intimacy beyond just penetration, especially if it's the closeness and connection he's after. It might also help reassure you that the two of you are still close. Boyfriend, 32M, won't propose to me, 30F, and I'm embarrassed. My boyfriend, 32/M of 3.5 years, won't propose to me, 30/F. We've been dating almost 4 years, lived together for almost 2. Bought a house together this year and got a dog together, but he doesn't seem interested in proposing. I haven't asked him directly like, when are you going to propose, because that seems desperate and kind of sad. I'd like it to be a surprise that he plans himself because he wants to, not because I forced him to, but it's getting to the point I don't know if he'd ever do it on his own. I have told him I want to get married, just not specific timelines. He's not good at planning anything or giving gifts. Everything's always spontaneous and last minute. I really don't see him ever buying a ring and proposing on his own. His family has started to ask us about getting engaged to us quite often. He always makes a joke about it and moves on. I always feel very humiliated because I can't get him to propose to me. I hate being just a girlfriend at this point. I know they all mean well and would be happy to see us get married, but the comments really start to hurt because I don't know if it will ever happen for me. I know he loves me and I love him. He's already committed to me in a lot of ways, dog, house, business, etc. So I don't really understand why marriage would be that much bigger of a step in our relationship, but I guess it is for some people. I always felt women who beg for their man to propose are kind of sad, and now I am one of them, and I feel very pathetic about it. Any advice on how to bring this up to him without feeling incredibly desperate? I hate ultimatums, so any advice on how to bring this up without an ultimatum would be greatly appreciated. You're in too deep to be thinking like this when you already own a house together. You just have to ask him point blank if he wants to marry you or not. The fact that you're uneasy tells me you already know the answer to this, and don't want to have to face reality. I hate to be this person, but why did you guys buy a house together? A conversation. I assume you two talk. Definitely bring it up directly and honestly. Address the fact that you would like to take the next step in your relationship and really want to get married. Let him talk about the timeline and kindly ask him what's holding him back. It seems kind of crazy that you bought an entire house without having a straightforward conversation about your future. This is going to sound mind-blowing, but if you intend to marry this man, try communicating your feelings to him. This should have been discussed before you bought a house. You need to sit down and have a conversation with him about what you want, and he may not want the same things. When I first started dating again, after my husband died, I made it clear I wasn't even considering marriage again before things got serious, and he was good with that. After several years things changed, and we talked again, and realized we both wanted to get married, and we did. That happened before I moved in with him. You have to have open and honest conversations about what you want. I, 27F, will be alone while my, 28M, boyfriend spends Christmas with his family. How do I navigate this? This one might be a little silly. I just kind of sense this is going to mess with me. I decided to travel for the holidays to visit my LDR boyfriend of 1.5 years for a couple weeks to spend time over the holidays. Granted, it was my idea because I wanted to test the waters of what moving in would be like and if we'd vibe, and really I just enjoy being with him. Kill two birds with one stone kind of deal. He agreed, and I made sure that I wasn't imposing all those checks. I didn't want this to be something he didn't want. It's been good. I've been having a good time apart from my random moodiness, I feel, and I keep to myself when there's weird moments of disconnection. But nothing major. However, he's going to visit family for 2 days, Christmas Eve and Christmas he won't be here. It makes me feel bad because I'm going to be alone at his place just doing nothing. I don't have a car because I'm not from here, or anyone I can visit. I don't want to FaceTime or call my family because it's a bit embarrassing to me that I'm both in this situations and feeling this way. I brought up that maybe I could finally meet his mom, and he sent an emoji like, whoa, but it's never developed into something more than that. So I know there's no budging. Ick. I guess what's something that could not make this feel so bad, and like what's a productive conversation because I feel like it's inevitable I'm going to get moody and upset at this even though I knew it was coming. I just hoped it would change once I got here. I don't want to ruin the rest of the trip for something like this. How do I frame this to him so it's not pressure or guilt tripping? Edit. This all makes me feel bad. I was thinking like watch Home Alone, or make cookies. This just makes me want to curl in a ball. I told him, tried talking. He told me, I can't just tell my family to go fuck themselves. Maybe I can get home a little earlier, since he'll be home about 7 p.m. Christmas Day. The conversation didn't go much further. I just tabled it because it was getting too uncomfortable. Merry Christmas, everyone. Change your flights if you can to go home to your family for Christmas. This guy is telling you loud and clear how he feels about you. Believe him and move on. You've been together for 1.5 years. Traveled to visit your long-distance boyfriend over the holidays. And he is leaving you alone during Xmas? Didn't even consider including you into his family events. Wow. I couldn't imagine leaving my LDR girlfriend at my place, who came to see me while I run off to spend time with family, and not even include you. Should probably re-examine your relationship here. OP. Reddit, does my boyfriend even like me? This guy does not care about you. It's quite possible he has another GF, but he definitely doesn't care about you. I have a son that's y'all's age. If I ever found out he did that to a girl, let alone one he's been seeing for 1.5 years, I'd chew his ass out up one side and down the other. That is completely disrespectful and rude. I'd cut the trip short and leave while he's gone if I were you. Why don't you ask him why you can't meet his family? Why haven't you done this? Me, 40F, and BF, 39M, got into a fight of Christmas gifts. What is the proper etiquette? My boyfriend is angry with me because I don't want to buy him a $1,000 Christmas present. Earlier this year, he spent about $700 on my adult son, his car broke down, and about $700 on me. Early Christmas gift, and my birthday was last week. He took me out for a nice dinner as well. Overall, he does make more money than me and is very generous with me. But I never asked him for a thing. I appreciated everything, thanked him, and I always reciprocate when I'm able. We never agreed to match spending or exchange gifts based on dollar value. Now that Christmas is coming, he says I'm ungrateful because I won't spend $1,000 on him. He keeps bringing up how much he spent on me and says that if my appreciation were from the heart, I would want to spend that kind of money on him. For context, I spent about $200 on my own son this year because that's what I can reasonably afford. I'm not in a position to spend $1,000 on anyone, and I don't believe gifts should be obligations or used as leverage later. He says I'm selfish and unappreciative. I feel like generosity shouldn't come with strings attached or be turned into a debt. I never said I wouldn't buy him a present, just not something that expensive. He's being very mean and actually said, well, you have a credit card, saying I should just charge it and pay it off later. Tell him you did not realize that his gift to your son came with strings, and make a payment schedule to pay it back over the next year. Tell him you don't want gifts to be held over your head and that you prefer to be debt-free in this relationship. Give yourself the priceless gift of giving this gimp a red card. Wow. Tell him if you were able to afford $1,000 gifts, you'd have been able to pay for your son's car. And that if he can't accept the fact that your finances aren't like his, he should move on. It seems he associates spending money on presents with value. Tell him it's financially irresponsible to do that, and you'll find other way to make Christmas special. This kind of tit-for-tat transactional mindset is not indicative of a healthy relationship. Run. Pay him back the $700 and move on.